contradiction in the genealogy of Jesus Christ. The third interpretation and its criticisms. The third explanation, a difference in theological purpose. Some modern interpreters argue that the purpose of the two genealogies is not to provide precise historical documentation, but rather to convey a symbolic theological message. Matthew divides the genealogy into 3 groups of 14 names to show that Jesus is the promised king descended from David. Luke, on the other hand, links the genealogy to Adam in order to emphasize that Jesus is the Savior of all humanity, not only of the Jews. Criticisms of the third explanation. Claiming that Matthew and Luke presented symbolic rather than historical genealogies contradicts the way the texts themselves introduce these lists, as both writers present them as actual historical records. Moreover, the inclusion of dozens of ordinary names, some of which match those found in the Old Testament, does not serve any clear symbolic purpose, and there are no internal indicators in the text suggesting that the genealogies are non-historical. In addition, differing theological aims do not explain the large discrepancies in the names, since the sequence from Jesus back to Abraham, where Matthew stops, should logically match, while Luke continues the list all the way to Adam. Accordingly, it appears that this theological interpretation emerged as a fallback option after traditional explanations failed to provide a logically convincing resolution to the contradiction, rather than as an interpretation grounded in the text itself or in its historical context.